aspect of TQM is Taguchi. Taguchi gave the concept of process and product design. The basic idea behind Taguchi's concept was that you need to make the whole system, whole process, as well as the product in such a way that it will ultimately result in good quality produce, or you should set your targets in such a way. Just a moment. You should set your targets in such a way that you get target oriented quality, and during maintenance of that quality your system should be established in such a way so that no bad quality product will be produced. So for that, it's a very detailed concept. We are just giving you an overview of Taguchi. For that, what Taguchi said, you need to re-engineer and reprocess your designs, your product and the process designs in such a way that you identify what are the key criteria, key components, and key variables because of which there is a compromise in quality, because of which you find variance or you find variability in the product. That means कोई वो फैक्टर्स हमें पता करने हैं जिन फैक्टर्स की वजह से क्वालिटी में इम्पैक्ट हो रही है, क्वालिटी इफेक्ट हो रही है. And when you identify those core key components, then it will be very easy for you to manage those specific components. And if you do that, you may reach quality robustness, you may find quality loss function, and you will definitely work on target oriented quality. तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई प्रोसेस चल रहा है, उस प्रोसेस के उन्होंने कहा कि भाई रॉ मटेरियल इनपुट इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया फॉर अ क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट. दिस इज वन ऑफ द वेरिएबल. सिमिलरली the temperature, similarly there can be many other things, but you find key component because of which the quality will be affected, and once you find those key components, work on maintaining those key components. If you do that, what will happen, you will find that the whole system will be more robust. More robust means more it will be more unaffected towards the process being a faulty process or giving you the bad product or a less quality product. So three concepts: quality robustness, quality loss function, and target oriented quality. The whole focus of Taguchi is target oriented quality. You set your targets as per the needs of the consumer. You set your targets as per the process that you are following. You set your targets as per the products you are manufacturing. And once you set your targets, then you focus on the key components, and then you focus on the key variables which is affecting the whole product. The key, the very first concept is of quality robustness. It means that for producing any product, if you know that 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the 4 important conditions that has to be met, and you cannot change those conditions because if you change any conditions, it will result in bad quality product or low quality product. So what you will do, you remove those adverse conditions. For example, if you want to have a product and you procure raw material from supplier, and the raw material is not a good raw material, and let's suppose out of 100 batteries of mobile phones you procure from outside supplier, 4 or 5 of them becomes faulty. So before installation of those batteries into your mobile phones, your systems would be such that it will automatically detect the fault in the raw material, and it will automatically reject the battery before going into the mobile phone. So what you are doing, you are actually removing any adverse conditions that will impact the quality of the product. So what the concept here is, for example, if you are manufacturing any, let's suppose you are assembling a car, you are a manufacturer working in a company who is manufacturing cars. So what is happening, since you are focusing on maintaining the quality robustness, what you are trying to do here, you are trying to remove any adverse condition. For example, a battery or something, not a battery, let's say a car wheel. Car wheel is something you procure from outside. So your system should be such that it automatically, reject a faulty raw material before going to the assembly line. So what you are trying to do, you are trying to focus on those areas in which you can actually produce a quality product without stopping the process, without making the process hold. Once the raw material is into the assembly line, it should be such that raw material should be good enough to produce quality product. We will have more discussions on this Taguchi concept in the final year, but the ability to produce the products uniformly in adverse manufacturing and environmental conditions, it what's the mean what is the meaning of quality robustness. Remove the effects of adverse condition, and Taguchi said that you don't have to worry about small variations, because small variations may not actually impact the overall quality of the product, but always try to avoid large variations. For example, अगर मैं एक बॉटल का कैप बना रहा हूँ, I'm a manufacturer of let's say a bottle, plastic bottle का manufacturer I am. A small variation in the product may not have अगर बॉटल 1 लीटर की बना रहा हूं मैं और 995 ml की बन जाती है, तो that will not be as of much difference. But you cannot produce 900 ml bottle or 110 1.1 liter bottle. So that is why small variations can be ignored. And if you do that, you actually accept small variation which is not impacting quality, and overall cost of the product will not go high. The cost of quality will not go high. Second important concept of Taguchi was the quality loss function. Taguchi says that there is a cost to everything, and producing a bad quality product is also a cost which includes customer dissatisfaction. If you are producing a bad product, you are actually giving more services and more warranty. You are also creating lot of waste, scrap, and you are also involved in a lot of repair. And ultimately, it will also cost to the society, because the whole overall the society will be at loss, and the customer will not be willing to purchase your product again. So the basic idea behind quality loss function is to make so to include and keep in mind that these costs of creating a quality which is not as per the standards, or not as per the specifications, or not as per the criteria, it will ultimately impact the cost, the whole system, and the cost will go high. Let me show you the formula for that. If you can see on your screen, at the bottom of the screen, you may find the normal curve here. And if you find a normal curve here, you will find that the Taguchi loss function is on the upper side. It's an V-shaped curve. And if you find on this curve, the top you find unacceptable range, poor, fair, good, and best. So what industries try to do, what any organization try to be in the good and the best part of the manufacturing. At least produce good product. If you are not able to produce best, but try to be best every time. That's the concept of continuous improvement. But anything beyond that, anything beyond best and good, if you are also producing fair, poor, or unacceptable is not acceptable at all. But if you are producing poor quality product, it will ultimately cost you a lot. And this formula, the loss to the society, is given by D square C. And what is the D square C? We will be getting in details in the next semester. Those who choose quality management as the subject, that D square is the square of the distance from the target value. If you set a target that I should be good, I should set my parameters, and the product will be fairly good. And then you produce a fair product. There's a difference between good and fair. That distance, you square that and you multiply with the cost of deviation. Cost of deviation is on the y-axis, and then you find the loss to the society. So basic idea Taguchi is everybody try to be on the good and the best area of quality. And once you try to be the best in the good area of the quality, there may be lot of effort that is included. So what Taguchi suggested, that rather going to the best or good, you go to okay, Asif sir has joined in. So you go to something which is more towards between fair and good. You can see the blue line here. This blue line here shows that you actually keep your product on this range, so that you are not striving for everything. Every quality of the product should be best. Every quality of the product should be good. Some products, some quality can be fair. Some variations can be allowed, because these variations might not impact the overall quality of the system. Just a moment. So we'll be discussing this in more details in coming classes. If you wish, anybody has if anybody wishes to get more details out of it, I will be happy to share. But let Asif sir join in, and Asif sir will be starting the statistical quality control. So just a moment. Assalamualaikum sir. Assalamualaikum sir.
Walaikum assalam. Am I audible?
Yes sir, you are audible sir.
Okay, I'm so sorry for the delay in the class.
No problem.
So if you please allow me, then I will start the discussion.
Please sir, please.
Okay. So my dear students, thank you very much for joining the class. And as you all know that we are talking about a very important area in operations management, that is quality. So broadly, this is in itself is a subject. Maybe Dr. Lame has briefed you that if you opt for operations management as a specialization, then in the next semester you have a full-fledged paper which is known as total quality management, TQM we call it as. So you understand the importance of the subject quality. And in the business organization, several times there is a separate department of quality management. Even if it is not a department, then they have a separate staff which is known as quality staff. So quality is a very important, very prominent area in operations management, and not only in operations. As a common man, as a consumer, we understand the importance of quality. If I want to name few, for example, Sony, for example, Apple, for example, Rado, for example, Ritz-Carlton, for example, Toyota, for example, Honda. These are the brands which are known for their quality. Everybody recognizes these brands because of the term, that because they have a unique characteristics, and that is the associated quality. You all know the principle in economics that quality goes hand in hand with cost. Higher the quality, higher is the cost. So if you go to the market and if you want to buy a wristwatch, you will get a wristwatch from 1,000 rupees to 1,50,000. So the difference is that if you go for a Rado, you have to understand that it is of quality. You have many brands of mobile phones and laptops, but when you go for Apple, it speaks about quality. So quality is something which everybody concerned about it, and the customers are very much. And we know the facts. So lot has already been discussed with you about quality, and what there are many definitions of quality. The easiest and the simplest way to understand quality is that it is conformance to standard. हर किसी प्रोडक्ट के, हर किसी प्रोसेस के कुछ स्टैंडर्ड होते हैं. अगर आप उन स्टैंडर्ड को मीट कर पा रहे हैं तो आप विद इन दी क्वालिटी काम कर रहे हैं. अगर आप उन स्टैंडर्ड से डेविएट कर रहे हैं, so that means you are not fulfilling the quality. So there are certain standards and you have to conform to that standard. So conformance to standard is what quality. Every organization is striving hard, is trying their best to conform to the standards, and that is what the quality is all about. There are many areas in quality which has already been briefed by Dr. Lame. One very important area is total quality management. That quality is not something which is a part of a one department or a single unit. We have to see the concept of quality in totality. And when we say in totality, that is every aspect of the organization is a part of quality. And then there are different dimensions of total quality management, which we call it as, in which the bottleneck, the important point out of that is that quality is a continuous process. Quality improvement is a continuous process. It's not something that you achieved within 15 days. It goes on till the organization exists. So that is what we have. Now the challenge for operations manager in the quality is how to measure quality. हमारे सामने जो बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज आता है वो ये आता है कि हाउ टू मेजर द क्वालिटी. I am working for a furniture manufacturing company which manufactures tables and chairs, and I'm a quality manager. So my job is how do I make sure that the process of manufacturing the chairs and tables are following the standard. So I am a quality check manager, I'm a quality manager. My job is how to assess the quality. Definitely when we talk about the measurement, जब भी हम किसी की चीज को मेजर की बात करते हैं तो we have the basic skills, and the basic skills which we all know from our school days, from our college, and then we have revised in our master's level program, and that is our understanding of statistics and mathematical analysis. Today, the focus is on the statistical analysis, the measurement of quality by the application of statistical tools and techniques. This is a separate area in quality, and we call it as statistical quality control, जिसको हम short में कहते हैं SQC. So all of you please note it down. Statistical quality control, SQC. That is, it's simply the measurement of quality by the application of statistical and mathematical tools. This is known as SQC or statistical quality control. I'm repeating my words once again, rather a sentence, that every subject has its own language, has its own grammar, has its own terminology, and we have to understand that subject in its language itself. Quality has its own language. Quality measurement has its own terms and terminology. And whenever you are reading the literature, or wherever you are applying the quality assessment or quality measurement, you have to follow that language, you have to follow that terminology, you have to follow that formulas. It is not very high-end mathematical formulas where we have to go for very lengthy formula or calculations. Focus is not on calculation. Focus is on the interpretation part. हमारा काम ये नहीं है कि हम हाई एंड मैथमेटिकल फॉर्मूलाज लगा रहे हैं, वो काम तो हमारा आसान हो चुका है क्योंकि हमारे पास रेडी टू यूज एल्गोरिथम और सॉफ्टवेयर्स हैं. हम डाटा उसमें फीड करेंगे और हमारा रिजल्ट आ जाएगा. लेकिन हमारा काम जो है सबसे पहले वो ये है कि क्या हम क्वालिटी के कंसेप्ट्स और फाउंडेशन को समझ पाए हैं, सो दैट जो रिजल्ट्स आ रहे हैं हम प्रॉपरली उसको इंटरप्रीट कर पा रहे हैं. आर वी एबल टू इंटरप्रीट द रिजल्ट दैट वी आर गेटिंग आउट ऑफ इट? दैट्स अ important point that we all have to understand. So with this starting note, I would like to start my PowerPoint presentation with your permission, which is on statistical quality control, a very important area in quality. Now, before I tell you about all this, I don't want to, I don't want to confuse you with this. First and the foremost thing is, as I have already discussed with you, that according to the expert, quality is how far you are able to meet your standard, how far you are able to conform to the standard. Now, the possibility is that either we conform, either we meet our standard, or we are not able to meet our standards. Now, when we are not meeting our standard, that means we are deviating from the standards. What does this mean? The simple point is that suppose I have to, me and Dr. Name has to cover this course within a stipulated 35 sessions or 40 sessions. We have to cover rather 5 units in 40 classes. Suppose we are taking 43 classes. Suppose we are planning to have 48 classes. Or suppose we are taking only 32 classes. So the standard is, which is assigned to us according to the syllabus, is that you have to complete the syllabus within 40 classes. But at time we take 48 classes, or at time we can reduce it to 32. So there is a deviation from the standard value. From this, the main, the entire story starts. अब यहाँ से पूरी कहानी शुरू होती है कि हमें स्टैंडर्ड दिया गया था 40 क्लासेस का, हमने 32 पीरियड्स में खत्म कर दिया, या हमने 48 पीरियड्स लिए, या 52 पीरियड्स लिए। जैसे हमारे एक उस्ताद हैं हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में ही हैं, उनका हमेशा ये रूल रहा है कि वो अगर 40 क्लासेस रही हैं तो उन्होंने 55 क्लासेस ली हैं, हमेशा उन्होंने 55 क्लासेस, 56 क्लासेस। अब ये एक असेसमेंट है कि भाई क्या ये इतना डेविएशन स्टैंडर्ड से रहा है। और एक ऐसे भी हमारे यहाँ टीचर थे जो 40 क्लास के शेड्यूल था, लेकिन हमेशा 30 से ज़्यादा कभी क्लास नहीं लेते थे। तो व्हाट इज दिस स्टैंडर्ड, व्हाट इज दिस डेविएशन, इसको जानना जरूरी है कि अगर कोई चीज स्टैंडर्ड से डेविएट कर रही है तो व्हाट इंटरप्रिटेशन वी ड्रॉ आउट ऑफ इट। एंड बिफोर वी ड्रॉ द इंटरप्रिटेशन, द इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज व्हाट आर द कॉजेज ऑफ दिस डेविएशन, इस डेविएशन के कॉज क्या है। So the story start from here that if there is any deviation in the process or if there is any deviation from the standard, there are two possible causes of the variation. यहाँ से story start हो रही है, two causes of the variation. Number one, natural causes and number two, assignable causes. Now, दो तरह के cause होते हैं जो deviation create करते हैं, एक तो होते हैं natural causes और एक होते हैं assignable causes. Focus your attention on the first one, natural causes of deviation. What are natural causes? Natural causes are those causes which are due to the inherent characteristic of the process, which cannot be zeroed down, which cannot be eliminated from the process. These are the natural. For example, our schedule time is that we have to start the class at 9:20 and we have to end it at 10 o'clock in the morning. But due to some reason, we have started at 9:24, and because of some causes, we reach to 10 o'clock or some few minutes, for example, 4 minutes extra. So this deviation is due to the natural inherent characteristic of the process, and that is what we call it as the natural causes. So natural causes of variations are the inherent characteristics of the process, and that is not a concern for operations manager. जब डेविएशन नेचुरल कॉजेस की वजह से होता है तो वो हमारे लिए फिक्र की बात, कंसर्न की बात नहीं है. वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट इज ड्यू टू द इनहेरेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, दैट इज नेचुरल, दैट इज व्हाई द टर्म इज नेचुरल, है ना. द रियल कंसर्न स्टार्ट इज व्हेन द कॉजेस आर नॉट नेचुरल, द कॉजेस आर असाइनेबल. नाउ व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय असाइनेबल कॉजेस? Assignable causes are those causes which can be eliminated, which can be minimized, which can be resolved, and because of this we can control our quality and we can conform to standard. मान लीजिए मैं क्लास एक पर्टिकुलर लैपटॉप से लेता हूँ. अब जब भी मैं क्लास उस लैपटॉप से लेता हूँ मुझे उसमें प्रॉब्लम आने लगती है. अब मैं ये सोच के छोड़ दूं कि ये तो नेचुरल कॉज है, तो दिस इज नॉट अ नेचुरल कॉज. I have a solution. I can replace the laptop with personal computer, or I can replace PC with another quality of laptop. So replacing a machine, replacing a laptop to a PC or vice versa is a solution which is possible. So any deviation caused due to assignable reasons are a matter of concern. And the role of operations manager is to regularly check, locate and rectify the assignable causes of deviation. यहाँ से पूरी जो है कहानी स्टार्ट होती है कि अगर कोई प्रोसेस अपने स्टैंडर्ड से डेविएट करता है तो क्यों करता है. क्या वो नेचुरल कॉज की वजह से कर रहा है या वो असाइनेबल कॉज की वजह से कर रहा है. इफ इट इज द नेचुरल कॉज, इट इज नॉट अ कंसर्न. वी नो दिस थिंग, एंड दैट इज द रीजन दैट एवरी प्रोसेस नेचुरली डेविएट फ्रॉम इट्स स्टैंडर्ड, बट देयर इज अ लिमिट ऑफ डेविएशन. जैसे मैंने अभी आपसे कहा कि हमारी क्लास है 9:20 शेड्यूल क्लास है, लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ सम नेचुरल रीजंस, नेचुरल कॉजेज ऑफ असाइनमेंट, वी स्टार्टेड एट 9:24. ठीक है, आप लोग वेट करेंगे, लेकिन वही अगर लिमिट से बाहर हो जाए और 9:30, 9:35, 9:40 तक हमारा कोई कम्युनिकेशन आप तक नहीं जाया, तो होगा क्या? मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट में skip the class. Reason is that now the deviation in the standard process has cross the limit. So my point is that every process has to be deviated because of the natural causes, but there is a limit to that deviation. That limit is very important in statistical quality control. There are two types of limit, one the upper limit and the other is the lower limit. The upper limit we call it as upper control limit, and the lower limit we call it as lower control limit. Now, before I discuss anything else, I would like to show you my PowerPoint presentation. Then that will help you to understand it further, what I'm telling you. I'm actually talking about this type of variation. If this slide is visible to you, are you able to read this slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See the common causes, right? Common or the natural is the same word, right? Which is unidentifiable and which is unavoidable. It's quite natural. अब जैसे हम आपसे क्लास ले रहे थे, हमने प्लान किया 40 मिनट्स का, लेकिन बीच में क्वेश्चन और आंसर शुरू हो गए. अब हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि कोई 2 क्वेश्चन पूछेगा, लेकिन मान लीजिए किसी ने 4 क्वेश्चन पूछे. हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि 4 स्टूडेंट क्वेश्चन पुट अप करेंगे, लेकिन 8 स्टूडेंट ने क्वेश्चन पुट अप करे. तो ये जो वेरिएशन है दैट इज नेचुरल, which is unidentifiable and which need not to be avoided. It is a part of the process. That is natural. But there are unassignable causes also, that all these 62 students started asking the classes, then we have to stop in between. अब हर कोई अगर क्वेश्चन पुट अप करने लगेगा, जैसे अक्सर प्रोग्राम्स में ये होता है ना, एक मॉडरेटर होता है. तो मॉडरेटर क्या काम करता है, वो ये काम करता है कि जब भी कोई डिस्कशन हो रहा होता है, मॉडरेट ये करता है कि ऐसा ना हो कि आउट ऑफ टाइम ओवर रन हो जाए हमारा. कि भाई टाइम तो था 20 मिनट्स का, लेकिन इतने क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर हुए कि टाइम हो गया 40 मिनट्स. So there is a moderator which moderates because they are there to identify the assignable causes and they will rectify it. जैसा मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि वेरिएशन नेचुरल कॉज से होता है and we have a limit. I would like to show you that limit with the help of the diagram. This limit. This is what I am referring to. That if you see this diagram, we have the middle line, which is the average line. The upper, we call it as upper control limit, and lower we have the lower control limit. तो अगर कोई प्रोसेस अपर से लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट के बीच में डेविएट कर रहा है, तो दैट इज अलाउबल, राइट? So we have a control limit, upper control limit and lower control limit. That is not a problem. That is not a concern for us. So if you are working as a quality manager in the organization, we have to ensure that the variation in the process is within the limit, upper control and lower control. The real concern starts if the process goes out of control limit. या तो वो लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट से नीचे चला जाए या वो अपर कंट्रोल लिमिट से ऊपर चला जाए. अगर डेविएशन इतना हो गया, तब फिर क्वालिटी मैनेजर का रोल एकदम स्टार्ट हो जाता है और दे हैव टू डू समथिंग टू solve this problem. That is, you are not conforming to standard. There is some problem. So, that is what the variation which is always there and which is allowed, upper control limit and lower control limit, and we have to do it. This is again a very important point which I just wanted to discuss with you. ये एक process है जिसका control diagram जिसे हम कहते हैं, जिसको हम short में कहते हैं control chart बनाया गया. और कंट्रोल चार्ट जब बनाया गया तो देखा गया कि मिडिल लाइन जो कि नॉर्मल या एवरेज लाइन थी, अपर कंट्रोल लिमिट, लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट. लेकिन अगर ये डायग्राम किसी के सामने रखा जाए, कोई क्वालिटी मैनेजर अगर ये डायग्राम बना रहा है, सो दैट मीन्स दैट द प्रोसेस इज विद इन द कंट्रोल बिकॉज द डॉट्स, द प्रोसेस इज विद इन द अपर कंट्रोल एंड द लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट. बट आई विल शो यू सम अदर डायग्राम. दिस इज ऑल्सो पॉसिबल. सी दिस डायग्राम. What happened in this diagram? If it is clear to you, in this diagram there are certain points like this point and the lower point which goes outside the upper control and one point goes outside the lower control. Agar ye diagram aa raha hai, so that is an indication that the process is not in control. So this is very much similar to as if the doctor is seeing the x-ray or the ultrasound. So as a quality manager हमें रेगुलरली कंट्रोल चार्ट बनाने होते हैं और ये देखना होता है. एक कंट्रोल चार्ट देखकर हम ये बताते हैं और ये समझते हैं कि क्या ये प्रोसेस कंट्रोल में था, विद इन द कंट्रोल लिमिट था, या ये प्रोसेस आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल लिमिट था. आई हैव शो यू द टू कंट्रास्टिंग फिगर. पहली फिगर मैंने आपको ये दिखाई, इन विच ऑल द डॉट्स, ऑल द पॉइंट्स आर विद इन द अपर एंड द लोअर कंट्रोल. अगर ये कोई डायग्राम बना के रखता है तो एज अ क्वालिटी मैनेजर आई एम श्योर that the process is within the control and the causes of variation are natural causes of variation. That is not a matter of concern. जो भी उतार चढ़ाव आ रहा है, जो भी फ्लक्चुएशन आ रहा है, वो नेचुरल कॉजेज से आ रहा है, असाइनेबल कॉजेज से नहीं आ रहा। लेकिन जब डायग्राम का शेप ऐसा हो जाए तो देन इट इज अ कंसर्न कि ये जो उतार चढ़ाव और फ्लक्चुएशन दिखाई दे रहा है, ये नेचुरल कॉजेज की वजह से नहीं है, ये असाइनेबल कॉजेज की वजह से है। एंड देन वी हैव टू गिव remedial solution to the process to bring them under the control limit. To bring them under the control limit. So if I quickly summarize what I mean to say, that a very important area in quality is statistical quality control, right? In which we have to apply our statistical understanding, mathematical understanding to find out, to assess that whether we have the process, whether we have the quality, the process is within the quality or not. What do you mean by within the quality? Whether it is following the standard or whether it is not following the standard. There is always a possibility of deviation from the standard. If the deviation in the standard is due to natural causes, no problem. But if the deviation in the process is due to assignable causes, then it is a matter of concern and there is a need to come out with some solution. हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये नेचुरल कॉजेस की वजह से है या असाइनेबल कॉजेस की वजह से है? इसको पता करने के लिए हमें डायग्राम बनाना पड़ता है, कंट्रोल चार्ट बनाना पड़ता है। अगर कंट्रोल चार्ट में डेविएशन विद इन द लिमिट आ रहा है अपर कंट्रोल और लोअर कंट्रोल में, तो ये डेविएशन नेचुरल कॉजेस की वजह से है, तो हमें फिक्र या कंसर्न की ज़रूरत नहीं है, कोई एक्शन लेने की ऐसा ज़रूरत नहीं है। लेकिन अगर वही डायग्राम हमें ये बता रहा है दैट द डेविएशन इज आउट ऑफ द लिमिट, अपर कंट्रोल एंड लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट, then we have to go for some remedial action. Now, before I move ahead, any doubt, any clarification from your side? Anything that you would like to add in this discussion?
So, while making this chart, what constraints we have to keep in mind?
What constraints you're talking about?
Yes, sir. So these only or it is only based on causes that you have just
the limitation of this diagram is that it only tells you about the causes of deviation. Now, as far as constraint is concerned, here the constraints are the limits, upper control and the lower control, and the job of quality manager is to calculate the upper control limit and the lower control limit of the process. अब ये जो डिस्कशन था, ये आगे वाला यही था कि हमारा क्या काम है इसमें, ये डायग्राम कैसे बनेगा। इस डायग्राम को बनाने के लिए हमें दो लाइंस कैलकुलेट करनी है, वन द अपर कंट्रोल लिमिट एंड द लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट, एंड वी हैव अ फॉर्मूला फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग द अपर कंट्रोल लिमिट एंड वी हैव द फॉर्मूला फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग द लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट। तो जो इसमें इस डायग्राम में जो आप तीन लाइनें देख रहे हैं, एक तो बीच की लाइन है दैट इज द एवरेज लाइन, एक उसके ऊपर है दैट इज अपर कंट्रोल लिमिट, and we have a formula to estimate that upper control limit, and we have the formula for calculating the lower control limit. These are the constraints of this process.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. Yes, please.
Sir, does upper control limit means that the quality is better than our standard quality?
No, nothing. It's only an indication that much variation is allowed. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया ना, 40 classes are assigned. हमने 37 में कंप्लीट कर दिया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। हमने 43 में करा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। लेकिन अगर हमने 30 में करा या हमने 52 में किया तो फिर ये कंसर्न है, क्योंकि ये लोअर लिमिट से भी नीचे जा रहा है और हो सकता है अपर लिमिट से भी नीचे जाए। तो अपर और कंट्रोल इस बात का कोई वो नहीं है, ये इस बात का कोई पैरामीटर नहीं है कि अपर मीन्स हाई क्वालिटी और लोअर मीन लोअर क्वालिटी। इट ओनली गिव्स यू ए मार्जिन, जैसे हम टेक्निकली कहते हैं टॉलरेंस। इट ओनली गिव्स यू द टॉलरेंस ऑफ डेविएशन फ्रॉम द स्टैंडर्ड।
ओके
सर, जब हम लिमिट सेट कर रहे होते हैं, अपर कंट्रोल लिमिट और लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट, तो क्या हम नेचुरल कॉजेस को कंसीडर करते हैं, और करते हैं तो कैसे करते हैं?
हम कंसीडर नहीं करते। जो डेटा हमारे पास होता है वो आता ही ऐसा है, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया ना कि हम क्लास ले रहे हैं, तो वी नो वी आर कैलकुलेटिंग आवर टाइम पीरियड ऑन डेली बेसिस। सो वी आर एवरी डे वी कैलकुलेट, वी स्टार्ट एट 9:20 and we ends up at 10:03. So every time we have the starting time and the end time. So data, the numerical data will incorporate the natural causes. जो deviation हो रहा है वो data में reflect हो रहा है. So our concern is not to address the deviation. Our concern is to collect the genuine data. Data is the reflection of the deviation.
में भी बहुत 50% ऑफ है सुपर ड्राइव पे और ये सब पे गैप पे
Okay, that is why this is statistical quality control. We have a numerical data and data incorporates. अब ये causes natural है या assignable है, ये control limit से पता चलेगा.
यार H&M भी ठीक है बहुत.
Yes, anybody else? और लोग भी तो क्वेश्चन पूछें, ये 2-3 लोग ही हमेशा क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. क्या और भी सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं क्लास में इस वक्त? देयर आर मोर देन 40 स्टूडेंट्स इन द क्लास राइट नाउ. Feel free to discuss. It's not a hardcore conventional lecture which is going on. It's an interaction. हम तो एक आपसे अपना एक्सपीरियंस और अपनी नॉलेज शेयर कर रहे हैं. आप बताओ, आप feel free, don't hesitate. This is the first time you are learning the concept of quality. So Dr. Lame, this is the assigned time period.
Yes, sir. Today is Friday. If they don't have any class, then should we continue?
No, it's okay. Fine. I think they have a class. They have a class.
Okay, sir. So students are requested to write down your attendance in the chat box now.
So fine. Now in the next class, that is tomorrow, we will talk about how to draw the control charts.